The media niche I'll be ethnographically researching is Australian indie music. More specifically, I'll be looking at the ways in which listeners of the genre discover new music. The Australian indie music scene is something I've been a part of for around 7 or 8 years. In this time, I've loved discovering new bands and artists, going to concerts and festivals, buying merch, and engaging with other members of the community. My research will take the shape of an autoethnography. I'll be further immersing myself in a community I am already a part of to gain information for my research, as well as using my own actions as a case study. Through this, I'll be collecting observational data and recording field notes, which I will use to track my progress and create my research report at the end of the session. To engage with the community more, I will be posting in the Facebook discussion groups I'm in for 2 of my favourite Australian indie bands, Spacey Jane and Ballpark Music. I'll be asking members of the group how they first discovered the band. I will also be interviewing and conducting surveys with fellow Australian indie music listeners about the ways in which they've discovered their favourite artists. I'll be using myself as a case study by recording artists and bands that I discover, how I discovered them, the song I listened to, and if I added them to my playlists. When conducting my research and creating content for my digital artifact, there are a couple of ethical issues I need to make sure I address. Firstly, as my project revolves around music, I need to ensure any content I create doesn't breach copyright regulations. When conducting interviews, surveys, and collecting other information, I will ensure no personal details of participants are shared and that participants are aware of how their information will be used. All this research leads me to my digital artifact. I have personally discovered many new bands and artists through the app TikTok. However, whilst all these artists create indie music, none of them are Australian. I've decided that I'll be making TikToks with Australian indie music suggestions. TikTok is a great platform for this, as due to the user's constant mass consumption of content, it can be very easy to get onto the For You page. This is something I experimented with recently and found that using relevant hashtags to your desired audience and trending sounds can boost your engagement. I will also be accompanying my TikToks with Spotify playlists featuring the songs and bands I list to aid in the music discovery process. My digital artifact is essential to my research as it helps me engage with the community further and gain more insights into how others discover new music.